Hello, everyone. My name is May. I will be your host for these next couple runs. Welcome to Girls Go Fast. Today we are supporting I Support the Girls, which is a nonprofit that uses an international network to provide essential items to struggling women and folks around the world. With me, I have Akio, and we are going to be doing Nights into Dreams. We also reached the incentive to do the Christmas level. Yay! So if you want to start. Oh, Akio, you want to introduce yourself?
Oh,
sorry.
right, yeah. Hello, I am Akio, and I am going to be running Nights into Dreams all levels for you. And joining me on commentary is Soyo, a former Knights runner, but still a fellow Knights runner.
Always at heart.
So I'm gonna get into the main menu here, and I'll be starting a new file. Alright. Actually, let me reset my Saturn real quick because I messed up something.
Original hardware.
Yep.
How exciting.
I'm playing on a Japanese Saturn, actually. That's been modded.
Nice.
So...
Got one of those fancy white ones.
Yep.
Ooh.
And I even have the controller to match it that has the colored buttons.
I've always been a little jealous.
So I just realized before I start a new file,
Make sure you don't have your A-Light file.
Yeah, that's... I'm trying to remember how I do this.
So there's a little feature of this game, and it has kind of like a passive chow garden going on in the background of levels. And essentially, these little critters called Nighttopians will hatch from eggs. And they're very cute, and they're awesome, except for that when there's a lot of them, they start to bog the game's frame rate down a bit. So, not the best, most ideal situation for speedruns. So, unfortunately, we usually just either make sure there is no file there and there's not enough room for the save file before starting, or just not having any memory there whatsoever when you're speedrunning.
There we go. That's how you do it. Okay. So, I am going to be starting on Spring Valley here in 3, 2, 1, go.
Good luck.
Thank you. So we're going to be starting with Claris's levels. This game's story is there's these two kids, and they have been summoned by knights, who is in the little shrine here, to save the world of Nightopia from the evil wise man who has wants to imbue it with nightmares. And so these levels are pretty much going to be me like dashing through them, collecting these blue chips, and destroying these little cages that have orbs that are called Idia. And you need to collect all the Idia in each level, there are 4 Idia in each level that you need to collect before you can face the boss of each area.
And right there, she just collected.
We collected the second one.
In the cage right there.
So, it should be noted that one of the Idias is already collected in the beginning, the one that Claris had before she met up with Knights. And so you don't have to worry about collecting that particular idia, because that'll be taken care of. But all the rest of the idia you do have to collect using knights here. And the timer in the top middle is your timer for how long you can be knights. And if that runs out, you turn back into the kid you're playing as. And we don't really want that to happen at any time during these levels, because while you can still play the level with the kid, it is really slow in comparison.
Yeah, you essentially, if you run your timer out, you have to finish the rest of the level on foot, and you're just not as speedy at all. Although there are some parts of the run later where it is actually speedier to do it on foot. So
yes.
We'll get to show that off later.
Alright, so we've collected the fourth idia, and we are moving on to the first boss, which is Gilwing. And I completely forgot that I was supposed to get like a boost gauge in one of the but I will do my best to do what you can do. Oh, that worked.
Wow.
So
good job.
So Gilwing, his original intention is that you have to grab his head and throw it over and over in order to defeat him. But there is a let's see if I can remember how to do the...
That was an incredible save, by the way.
Yeah. I wasn't sure I was going to be able to pull that off.
Okay, it's for people who don't understand what just happened there. When Knights does a loop, it's called a paraloop, and everything within that loop takes damage upon completion of that loop.
Mm-hmm.
So the gimmick with that boss is if you can do a paraloop in the hitbox of the very last piece of its tail, you can one-hit the boss. So that is what she managed to do without any dash, was line herself up in the perfect position and execute a paraloop, with the proper timing to one hit. Which is not easy at all to do.
It is not an easy trick to do at all.
Even with boost, it's a little tricky. Like, it's something us speedrunners eventually get kind of muscle memory for.
Yeah.
But it's not. It's quite impressive. I was very impressed with that.
Yeah, that was extremely impressive for my first time running this game in a really long time.
Nice. It's that de-rusting magic.
Yep. So we're doing Mystic Forest here, and that first mare, I think they're called mares. Yeah, they're called mares. So each part of the level is split up into mares, and that mare specifically, like, as soon as you destroy the cage for the idia, that was a little too high for that one. There we go. You can, as soon as you break the cage, you can just go backwards, back to the shrine, and it's a lot faster than just, like, going through the whole loop again.
Typically, you'll notice finish all the levels basically right, like on heading towards the right side of the screen. But for some loops, it's actually quicker to go backwards.
Yeah. So the third mirror of this stage, it has been discovered that it's way quicker to finish it going backwards, and so that's exactly why I went backwards there. And you continue on going backwards until you reach the shrine once you get the third idia. I should also note that it's not exactly recommended to get any boost gauge in this particular level, because the boss of this stage, Gopo, doesn't exactly require having the boost in order to get through. Oops. Flew a little too far to the left there for that. Oh, so that part, this part that has like the top-down camera. Oh, it's right. It's up here. Has a top-down camera. There is a little car that will follow you around. Where am I going? Oh, right. There's a...
This part's a little easy to get lost.
Yeah, I used to have this memorized.
Go up and then go like around, like hit the right wall. Yeah, now turn right.
Oh, here we
Right
go.
there, yep.
Yeah, so yeah, that part it's easy to get a little lost in. And as you saw, there was like a little car following them around in that section. There are little garages on the floor, the ground that you can park them into. And
Yeah, it'll follow you.
I have like accidentally parked the car many times during runs in the past. Is he lined up? Oh, good.
Yeah, and it doesn't do anything besides just make a little jingle. Like, it just kind of a little Easter
Yeah.
egg in the game.
So Gopal here, oops, hit that one a little too soon. So Gopal here, I keep accidentally hitting the fish. You take these little fish, and you dash the fish into Gopal. Oh, I missed. Gopal, when he's upside down, is a lot more vulnerable than when he's right side up. And a good speed strat is to try to hit him so that he's upside down perfectly in line with one of the fish, so that you can continuously hit him multiple times while he's still upside down. And I used to be able to do that, but like I completely forgot what the specific pattern is for that. Also,
Well,
I should
even like knowing the pattern, you basically like the timing for it is such that if you miss it, you basically can't get it.
Yeah.
Like the 3-hit anymore. So
Also,
the idea is though, like if you hit it, if you have like 3 consecutive hits on it, that's basically the quick way to do the boss. Otherwise, it takes like 5 or 6 single hits.
Yeah, so, to note, there is a trick to skip the, little, ranking screen, as well as the little tutorial screens that often pop up afterwards. You have to hold down a certain row of buttons, and, and let go at the right time, and it'll actually, like, just take you right back to the title screen without having to deal with all that.
The soft reset?
Yes, it's soft reset. And, I don't remember how to do that, and if you mess it up at all...
it's dangerous, yeah, because it can take you back to the BIOS. Yeah, there's this tech where basically you have a window that enables you to skip kind of a hint screen and go back to the main menu at the end of the stage. But it's such a way that if you basically hold start and all the bottom row buttons at the same time, like ABC. But if you hold them down too long, it'll reset to the BIOS. So it's kind of like a gamble, because yeah, it can save you like 2 seconds per, stage if you execute it well, but if you mess it up once, it costs you like a good,
Yes.
30 plus seconds.
Yeah,
Especially in actual hardware.
Yeah, it's a really risky thing to do, and it's only recommended to do it if you know the right timing. Uh-oh. I didn't mean to get stuck there. No, I want out of this bouncy house.
She's just showing off the the lovely bouncy house physics and soft museum state.
So thankfully I remember to get the boost gauge there, because the boss of... Oh, right, this is,
Backwards.
No, this is the skip.
The parallel.
Which... Let's see if I can remember how to do it.
Almost. So here, like I said before, when you do a paraloop, everything within the hitbox of that paraloop gets hit, but also any items within the area of that paraloop will get absorbed. And it has kind of a magnetism to it that allows it to grab stuff in the foreground and background a bit. So it's actually like a cluster you can't see of orbs that she's trying to collect in order to be able to finish this without having to do the
auto-scroller.
I think you got enough. Yeah, you
I thankfully got enough. Whew.
Yep.
So task failed successfully, I guess.
No, you got it.
So I will probably have to make sure I build up a little bit of boost in this mare, because the boss of this stage, Jackal, is a really hard boss to do when you don't have a good amount of boost.
Oh yeah.
I also like to lovingly refer to him as Jerkle, because nobody likes Jackal.
Yeah, he's my least favorite for sure.
Yeah, he is every night speedrunner's worst nightmare. Which is funny because he actually is a nightmare. A nightmare-in, to be exact.
While you're loading in, I'd like to say that we have a donation from Spooky for $5. It says, Knights is so cool, wowie. And that's so true. This is so cool.
So, so Jackal here, once you hit him away from his cape, you can actually keep him away from... Oh, that was a really good Jackal.
Nice.
So,
beautiful.
You can, once you hit him once, he'll lose his cape. And you can actually keep him away from his cape if you pay attention to where he's flying into, or floating towards his cape, like what direction he's floating towards his cape. And if you successfully keep him away from his cape and continually hit him, then it's a really easy boss to pull off.
Why do you keep him away from his cape?
You keep him away from his cape because he will do that spinning around thing where he throws the cards. And those cards are a huge pain to dodge at times. And when you're...
Yeah, basically it just kicks the cycle off all over again.
Yeah, so, you do not... all you need to know is you do not want Jackal to get his cape back once you move him away from it. So Splash Garden is another level, which I messed up the on foot section of Soft Museum. But for this, you do the first Idia on foot with Elliot.
I missed the lever.
Did I? Oh, right. Thank you.
Yeah.
Did I? Oh, okay. Yeah, you're right. So, yeah, you do this first mare on foot with Elliot. As you notice, we're, on a different kid now. This is Elliot. And, what I'm trying to do here is, you can do, pretty big jumps if you time your, A presses right.
Yeah, it's kind of a unique mechanic where if you time it right and you kind of land as you're pressing jump, you'll kind of buffer into the next jump. And if you do this consecutively, there's technically no limitation to the speed that you can hit. It just doubles your speed each time you do it. That's kind of funny.
Yeah.
But in the run, it allows you to bridge that part a couple seconds faster if you can pull it off. But it's not very easy. Yeah, as you can see, she grabbed a bunch of orbs from the foreground there, doing the paraloop trick. This allows her to get
So
through
this mare, you would normally in a speed run you would go backwards after getting the cage, but there is a boost gauge here that I always want to get for safety because the boss of this stage is another boss that is a pain in the butt if you don't have enough boost. And this is going to be another skip, but this one is a lot easier, and I already got enough chips there, so I can just get the rest of the needed chips here. And I'll be going backwards here because there is a really lengthy auto-scroller past where that cage was. Where Knights turns into a dolphin, well, they get a fin that looks like a dolphin's fin. Oh.
I love this boss fight. It's so cool.
So colorful.
First time playing it, it was a lot.
Kind of a fever dream, huh?
Yeah, there is a there is a thing you can unlock in the Christmas Nights demo disc called Sonic into Dreams, and it replaces this boss with Robotnik.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
Unfortunately, I didn't have enough time. I didn't get enough time to unlock all that because I did have a completed Christmas Nights file a long time ago, but the battery in my Saturn died, and when the battery in the Sega Saturn dies, you lose all the save data that was on it.
Yeah,
which is why I need to get a memory pack.
A known downfall.
Yeah.
There's mods for it now too.
Can you do that on the Steam part?
Do what now?
Actually, that is funny you mentioned that because that's one of the only features that did not make it to the Steam.
Yeah, unfortunately, Sonic into Dreams did not get added to the HD version.
Which is funny because Sonic into Dream, the PC port of Nights actually did add some stuff. Like there's some like Halloween costumes I think that weren't.
Yeah, there are Halloween costumes. There are summer costumes. Oh right, this is done. This is only done halfway on foot at this part of Frozen Bell.
Gotta rummage around in the trees.
Yeah. There's some chips in those trees. Some Doritos. Yeah, so you only do this mare halfway on foot, and then you do the rest with Knights. And you don't go backwards here because I found that there is a little unfortunate thing that happens if you don't go forward there is this, to point out real quick, this little thing of chips will not appear. And you'll find yourself 4 chips short during this particular mare right here. I found that out the hard way because I was like, maybe it would be faster to go backwards. Do not. Wait, am I missing something?
Yeah, you did.
Oh, right here. Yeah, there we go. Oh. So this level is the one level that unfortunately you cannot skip the auto scroller for. Which I'm kind of grateful for because I didn't mean to hit that. Oh. Wait, no, this is the third mare. The mare after this, you cannot skip the auto-scroller for.
Which is good, because it's quite a cool one.
Yeah, it really is cool. Oh, I forgot about this row.
It's kind of a shame we have to skip the other one, to be honest.
Oh, right. There's a cage right down there. I forgot about that. Now I got enough. Yeah, so the auto-scroller in this stage is really fun, so I'm kind of glad that you don't skip it. It's also fast enough that, like, there really isn't much time save if you were to skip it.
It's kind of pretty quick at collecting a lot of orbs in a short amount of time. Plus, you get to be a bobsled knights.
Yep. We all love bobsled knights.
Oh, nice thing.
And there are some... Oh, nice. And there are some, like, chips in the background there. Oops. That you can get.
You only need, like, 2. And then you can avoid having to do it a second time. So
yeah. You can just go backwards there.
Good enough.
Okay, so this boss, Claus, is still one of, like, my second most hated boss fights. Oh, let go. So there's a little trick you can do where you can paraloop the mice that are not lit, and they will get destroyed. Like that. And that was a really good Claus, actually. So, best case scenario, you're able to like, destroy all of the mice really quickly just by paralooping the ones that aren't lit, while also destroying the ones that Claus lights up.
I had no idea what to do with that boss the first time I played this. I saw the mice screaming.
Yeah, it's a lot of this game is, like, really confusing for first-time players, because you're not really given any direction in, like, how you're supposed to control the game, how you're supposed to play the game. So it's like, it's almost like one of those games, but, oh, that was a good attempt. There's a trick you can do here where if you get on this cactus at the right time, you can skip a cutscene and also, like, have a really funny animation of Knights looking like he's driving a car.
Yeah. Which is funny, it was found out that what we're seeing is actually Knights in his default state, like unposed state. Like if you look at the 3D file, like in its neutral pose, like without the rigging, that's what Knights look like.
Yeah.
But he looks like he's driving the car, it's really silly.
Yeah, it's a really silly animation, but the trick is very precise that, like, it's really hard to pull that off.
It doesn't really save that much time either.
It doesn't, no. It's just kind of a fun party trick to pull out whenever you're doing the speedrun. So this is Stick Canyon, every Knight's speedrunner's least favorite level. And one reason is... Uh-oh. I was afraid that was gonna happen. So you can just barely brush this auto-scroller trigger while collecting the last chips you need for the cage. But I brushed a little too close there, so that was unfortunate.
This part of the run always gives me a little bit of anxiety for how, like, close you have to come to hitting that.
Yes,
every time.
It causes me anxiety too, because, like, even when I did know how to do it consistently, like, I would just barely brush the auto scroller, and I would be like, oh.
Yeah,
Thankfully, the second auto-scroller in this stage, which is a lot longer, you can easily avoid, so...
Which is good, because it is a lot longer.
It is a lot longer, and it will cause you to lose a lot of time.
Yeah.
And it'll actually... result in a really funny thing that happens, because you run out of time while on it, and it'll turn back to the kid, but the kid will still be stuck to the grate until the auto-scroller's over. Alright, so we're coming up on the section I like to affectionately call the Tower of Terror. Because, normally you would go up this tower, get all the chips you need for the cage, and then do the auto-scroller casually. But we don't want to do the auto-scroller because we're going to get what goes up must come down. So we're going to get this cage, and we're going to go back down the tower, but the camera will fight against us because we're not intended to go back down the tower.
Yeah, it's a dam.
And I will accidentally get stuck.
Nice.
Ooh, nice. That was a really nice tower. I have to be careful of these little boost things here, because they really want me to go back up that tower, and they can't make me. I'm not going back up there. They can't make me. And now we're coming up on Riella, who the boss fight. How the boss fight works, real quick, while the intro is playing here, is you just gotta paraloop him 3 times and he's gone. But you gotta be careful, because he will try to paraloop you in return. That's one. And best case scenario is that you get 3 paraloops on him really quickly. This is another boss that you do not want to have like 0 boost for, because he will be impossible to beat otherwise, and that was a really good Riella. 101 is a really good time to get on Riella.
Yeah, that's really good.
Yay.
This run is actually going pretty smoothly, all things considered.
Hi Raiders.
Hi
Girl
Raiders.
Stream Team, welcome.
Welcome to a really rusty run of Nights into Dreams.
A very good run.
Very good. Yeah, I'm honestly impressed with how well this run is going, considered I haven't ran this in quite a while.
The bosses are good.
And so we're on our last level. We only need to do Twin Seeds once in this run. Casually, you beat both Twin Seeds in order to beat the game. And unfortunately, my disc is pretty scratched up, so like if I try to beat it with Elliot, it'll try to play his ending and it'll glitch out, so I have to beat it with Claris instead, but that's okay because Claris's ending is still really good, so so this is the one level where you're playing as the kid instead of knights. The difference between them is that the kid... Was it down below? Yeah, there. The difference is the kids cannot do paraloops, but they have a strong magnetism for collecting items. So like you just need to get really close to the items, and they'll pull them in. I am collecting as much of these, Oh, we didn't even explain the little rings that we're flying through. Like, so these rings, not only do they give you points for going through them, but they give you a boost as well. And, yeah, the orange ones give you... I forgot the exact amount that they give you, but orange ones gives you a little bit of boost, and the half circle ones, half loops, the yellow ones, they'll give you quite a lot of boost, so...
That's the coolest. I've never seen such a straight up and down bubble like that. That was cool looking in the background.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
So this section right here, we do backwards because it's faster. And when you go, so how that last mare worked was that you get to a certain point and and Clarice is dancing because I pressed both the trick buttons. If you press both the trick buttons, they'll make you do like a sudden stop. And the third mare, you get halfway, like partway through it, and oh, flashing warning coming up in a bit, by the way. And you'll do a stop, and you'll go backwards and hit all the balloons in the path and just follow the path all the way backwards to the cage. And the same kind of thing happened in that fourth mare, where you kind of stop and then you go backwards to follow a trail of chips.
Now we're going.
And now this is the final boss, Wise Man. And Wise Man has 3 different phases. He always starts with the fireball. It always goes fireball, rock, and then snowball. You cannot deal damage to Wise Man until both knights are on him, by the way. And you can tell when the bubble around him turns a rainbow color. Oh wait, there's 4 phases. There's fireball, rock, snowball, and then tornado. And the tornado phase is a phase you do not want to run out of boost for, which I unfortunately did. Because you need to do a very precise boost in the middle, or else you'll get tornadoed. Ooh, that was really good.
Yeah, unless you're exactly in the middle. Oops. Oh, you did.
Ooh, I did it.
Nice.
Yeah. So that was a pretty messy Wise Man, but not bad otherwise. Time's gonna be coming up when the screen turns white here in a moment.
Yeah, fade to white right here.
And time.
Yay!
And that is Nights into Dreams all levels, and we get to enjoy a really good ending here, where Clarice goes to a singing audition, and hope everyone has their la la la's ready, because we're gonna be seeing a la 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 in just a few minutes here.
I love this early CG so much.
Yes. Early CG in the 90s, my beloved. Here we go.
Beautiful lyrics.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Profound.
They're very powerful.
A tear to my eye.
I cry every time. And you see the directors are very impressed as well.
As we all should be. A beautiful ending to a beautiful run.
Yep. And we get to get some lovely credits where a couple of kids sing Dream Dreams, which Dream Dreams is a really good song to come out of this game.
Yeah, I love all the music in this game.
Yeah, this game overall is just a masterpiece. Like, probably one of the best games to ever come out on the Sega Saturn.
Definitely my favorite.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad to be able to share it with more people.
Yeah, I'd highly recommend anybody who happens to have like the Steam version of this game or has access to a Saturn emulator, definitely give this game a try, because it may seem like an intimidating game to play, because it's like, as I said, you pretty much are thrown into it, and like you're not really sure what you're supposed to do. I 100% recommend playing through it anyway. It's a very it holds a very special place in my heart and Soyo's.
So, for the next game, or you have the incentive met for Christmas nights, correct?
Yeah, Christmas.
Oh yeah, that's right. So, I will actually start setting that up, since these credits can take quite a while, unfortunately.
Okay.
That'll be a good
We'll take
opportunity.
a little break, and then we'll be right back with this. So you can get set up.
Awesome. Oh, hello everyone. Welcome back. We are doing Christmas Nights, which was a donation incentive for Nights. And Christmas Nights was pretty much like a promotional disc that in the US was only available through magazines and such, but you can get a Japanese version that has like the disc and a case. I was switching over to the Christmas side of this because depending on what the date is on your Saturn, it'll be like a specific holiday, and by default, unless it is around Christmas time, it'll default to like the just being the regular demo disc. So anyway, like, I will be doing both Claris and Elliot's levels here. To note that this is just a Christmas version of Spring Valley, and you do it Spring Valley with both Claris and Elliot, even though Elliot didn't normally get Spring Valley as one of his levels. But anyway, like, I'm gonna just get right into it and hope you all enjoy the wonderful Christmas music that is contained in this level. And I will be starting in 3, 2, 1, go.
Good luck.
So, Claris's Spring Valley here is pretty much the same as it was in the actual game. Minus the Christmas theming, of course. So it'll be pretty easy to get through her Spring Valley very quickly. It'll be Elliot's Spring Valley that's going to be a little trickier to get through because they actually changed the layout of his.
Where this one is just a reskinning of, essentially.
Yeah. Get some good old jingle bells in here.
Just vibes.
Oh, I didn't get the... I thought I got the cage.
No, you missed one. You
Oh, okay, there we go. I love that for the when you return a idiot to the shrine.
It gives you a little hallelujah.
Yeah. These chips are being stubborn. There we go. So yeah, the chips are turned into like flashing Christmas colors, and the little bell things. I forgot what they were in the original game because I already forgot the regular game. Oh, there it is.
They can just be bells.
Yeah, so just to note that they are bells in this version.
That is really cute.
I believe
Like
there is a extremely rare event that can happen in these levels too, where Santa appears in the background, or a Santa Nighttopian.
Yeah, you see like Santa in this sleigh, like is like a background thing that happens, but it's like really incredibly rare.
Yeah, it's extremely rare.
Out of all the people I know who play this game, like a lot, I think like only 2 of us have ever seen it.
Yeah, I think one of our friends who was also a night speedrunner at some point was able to see it playing the Christmas nights.
They did like data mine to figure out exactly what the ingredients to make it happen are, but it is like I believe pretty small, like chance ones of it being
in
random.
in the full game in regular nights there is also a Nighttopian you can get that is like King Nighttopian, which is also extremely hard to get. I don't know why I bothered to get 19 chips there when there was like a whole bunch of them like up here in the mountain. Oh well. So we're finished with the main level, and we're going to be going against Gilwing again, but except Gilwing is going to be all festive as well.
And this time you have boost.
Yeah. He has a little star at the end of his tail, too. Oh.
If you forget to hold right, going will do a dive when you start. That makes it rather problematic.
Yeah. And I got a quick kill on them first try there.
Very nicely done.
Yeah. So there's a little star at the end of Gilwing's tail, and that is the star we needed to rescue to Save Christmas. Because as the story goes, the Christmas tree was missing its star, and so everyone was like, "Oh no! Without the star on the top of the tree, Christmas is in danger." So. Oh yeah, and after each level you do, you get a chance to do a little match game and unlock some stuff. Oh, I
Playing this
forgot.
as a kid made me really good at memory games.
I'm still really bad at memory games.
I have a really bad memory in general, but I'm good at memory.
Alright, now to Elliot's version of Spring Valley.
Sporting the Santa jumpsuit.
Mm-hmm.
I really love the outfit for Christmas nights or nights for this and Christmas nights.
Yeah. Yeah, Nights has a really cool Christmas theme to it. Fun fact, Nights is canonically gender fluid.
Yeah, it was established in interviews that knights is whatever you want them to be, whatever you relate to and connect to. Since they're kind of a spirit or a dream, entity.
Mm-hmm.
They're more a part of like your subconscious, I guess.
Yeah.
It's kind of like how they were described it in the interview.
Yeah, so technically, Knights is a any pronoun type character. There's some chips here. There was literally 3 chips like right here.
Come on. And the boost pad. The boosters are now horns.
Mm-hmm.
They probably had a lot of fun making this.
Oh, no kidding. Yep. I would have loved to be, like, the fly at the wall when they were developing this particular game. I would have loved to be, like, witnessing them and developing Nights into Dreams in general, because they seem like they had a lot of fun just making that series or making that game as a whole. I almost called it a series, but then I realized that the only other Nights game to ever come out was Journey of Dreams, and we don't talk about that game.
Yeah, I was kind of.
You don't talk about it?
No.
Yeah, it's
What's
not.
wrong with it?
It's not good.
It's really just so close.
It was really close to being a good game. So close it's painful.
It's one of those things where like you can get everyone together again, but sometimes that doesn't mean you can make the magic happen again.
Yeah, I remember being really excited when they initially said that they got like the whole team from the original Nights into Dreams involved.
And there's a lot of people who do enjoy it. I think the biggest issue was just the execution. Like, it probably was under a tight timeline. It just didn't get the polish and attention it needed.
Yeah.
Like, if you noticed, Knight's moves very analog. Like, there's not any kind of snapping to any directions, no cardinal snapping of any kind, but, the only way to have that on the Journey of Dreams version of Knights was to use the Wiimote, funny enough, which...
What? I mean, you could use, like, the classic controller.
Yeah, but the thing is, then you had, like, you were, like, using 8 cardinal
right.
directions, and it would snap to each direction, so you didn't have, like, fluid You know, like that fluidity is kind of important for flying.
It really is, yeah. And so, you do fight Gilwing again as Elliot, but Gilwing flies the other way this time. Which makes it a little tricky to do this trick. Oops. Flew a little close to the tail there.
Hey, 2 out of the 3 you got really good, so...
I'm doing it a little too soon, I think. There we go.
Nice. You know what's funny is the other 2 times you did a upward loop, which I don't know how you do, because I can, but in the last time you did the downward loop like I do.
That is, this is time, by the way. Normally, the Christmas night speedrun would consist of doing,
With the help of Knights,
oh, hold on. Let's watch this good ending first.
shining in 7 colors. But the entire story was a dream.
The entire story was a dream.
So, what was that star? They don't talk about the dream they saw. But there is one thing
Some
both
lovely
of them
art.
know.
Mm-hmm.
Something special will happen after they embark on an adventure with Knights.
Don't trip, Elliot. Oh.
Oh.
Every time.
Every time. Gotta watch out for that icy sidewalk.
They start feeling cheerful again.
You gotta love the facial expressions too.
Mm-hmm. They started feeling cheerful again. They look more shocked than cheerful.
And now, happiness, like the light of a small candle, starts
There's the
filling
cheer.
city one
Yeah, there's the
by one.
cheer.
Everything is okay now.
Or is that laughter because Elliot's an idiot? Who knows?
Give a star of happiness to the heart of these brave children. Give a star of happiness to the heart of everyone.
Merry Christmas.
Yay.
Merry Christmas, everybody, even though it's only May.
Merry Christmas. Holiday cheers year round.
And she leans her head on his shoulder. Aww.
Oh.
And we get a acapella version of Dream Dreams.
Sang by Boys to Men, believe it or not.
Fun fact: one of the vocalists for this version actually was I forget his name, but he's the one who did Knuckles' theme in Sonic Adventure.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. He also is the same singer who did the Burning Rangers theme. So.
Sonic Team must have liked them.
I just realized I kept pressing the space bar somehow in Discord, so it probably looks like I was typing for a very long time.
You're good.
So yeah, that was Nights and
that was Nights and Christmas Nights, everybody. I hope you enjoyed both.
Well, thank you. Where can everyone find you guys?
My full username is FurisketoAkio, and you can find me at most streaming platforms, including Twitch, at that username. And Soya, would you like to plug yourself?
Sure. You can find me at Soyo20V20V on both YouTube and Twitch under that user.
He doesn't stream very often, but when he does, he streams some really cool stuff, so you should really check him out.
Hopefully more. I might have to get back into Nights after watching you. I feel inspired, so.
Nice. Yeah, that'd be cool.
But thanks for having me.
Thank you guys. Good run. And we'll be right back after this break with some Minecraft Bedrock Edition. So stay tuned.
dream we can do